Hello and welcome back to another night of ESC Rocket League action. We are back for the semester. I am James Reach 42 Davis,
And I'm Jacob Chewy Gundrum.
and we're about to get our Rocket League season officially kicked off. Now, Miami's going to be playing Central Michigan tonight in our first match of the week, first match of the season. They have actually played Central Michigan once already this week in the CCS.
hmm And that game seemed a little rough. Also, looking at the preseason standings, CMU is currently in third, and Miami's looking at about eighth place. So, definitely going to be an interesting game, seeing if Miami can pull off something here. But we'll wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, from my understanding, some of the matches were pretty close against Central Michigan earlier in the CCS. And actually, tonight is going to be a doubleheader. Our first match is going to be against Central Michigan in ESC, which officially partnered with NACE this fall. Very excited about that change, excited to be part of this ecosystem. And then afterwards, we are going to be playing against University of Toledo in the College Carball Series, I believe is what CCS is short for. I may be incorrect about that, but it is the CCS. The something conferences.
Collegiate Conference
Okay,
Series.
my apologies. Um, so yeah, we're excited to bring some Rocket League action tonight. We are looking at a new lineup in our Rocket League team this semester, looking to be a bit of a developmental year for this roster. We have two freshmen and one upperclassman who this is his
hmm
first time playing Rocket League at this level. I've previously seen him in some of the intramural Valorant tournaments that we've had. Those have been a lot
Yeah.
of fun.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah. So we have Hyazen, Havix, and Suave.
I believe it's Swa.
Swa.
Yeah.
No V, no V. So we have our new roster coming in for this team, but definitely going to be interesting. Like James was saying, it's definitely going to be a new year, new season. Definitely see where we're going to go with that.
Yeah, and we're very, very excited to be getting our esports season kicked off. Monday night was our first broadcast of the season. Always a very exciting time, getting to train new people, getting to work on new workflow stuff. Obviously, we've had some phenomenal new graphics coming in for a brand redesign on our social media, on our most of our stream stuff. We are working on this right now, which I still love the
It looks good, but it's
yeah.
also like a little dated.
Yeah. So I would imagine that this redesign is going to be coming in sometime fairly soon. But otherwise, a lot of new rosters, a lot of excitement, and we've had some phenomenal work from. I just want to give a shout out to Trey Moss,
hmm
who's feeling a little bit sick tonight. He was supposed to come in and produce, but not feeling well. Hoping you feel better soon. One of the backbones of the program. Very very grateful to have him here. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, no, he's great. I mean, he's the person who got me into this. Definitely made me feel a lot more comfortable on Monday with my first stream and second stream. I'll see where I go.
I'm sure it's going to be great. As hopefully hopefully we're going to be getting into a lobby soon. But from what I understand, Central Michigan hasn't, or we haven't communicated with Central Michigan yet. I'm not sure. I'm not in that chat right now,
hmm
but I know that it is being worked on, and hopefully we'll have a lobby started in the next 5 minutes or so. Um, Anything that you are particularly looking forward to this semester?
I don't know. I'm really looking forward to definitely seeing our Super Smash Bros. Team going a lot further. Great game against actually Central Michigan again. Uh, they had some really good plays. Can't wait to see where Lunar takes them in the season.
Yeah, no, we're super excited about this season. Some very good competition
hmm
in our conference. I think Akron is going to be one to really look out for. Kent State and Eastern Michigan as well have both demonstrated they have very formidable rosters on the Super Smash Bros. Side of things,
hmm
and it's really going to be a cool year for a lot of our players from returning players to come and really step up and get a little bit more playtime. And for I mean, we've got one brand new freshman on that roster as well, Respect on the Sonic,
Oh yeah.
and he stepped in and immediately has made a big impact over there. I watched a little bit of our Riptide sets against
hmm
Cleveland State and Eastern Michigan, and those were good. I believe that we do have a lobby up, so hopefully we'll be getting in fairly soon. I know that we just we're talking about Smash Bros
Yeah. No,
instead of
we're
Rocket
we're
League.
just talking about all of esports at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah. I guess other esports things to know. Our Valorant tryouts are going to be this Saturday at 2 p.m. at King Library. join the Varsity Discord server and look. We will be making another announcement with the form that you need to fill out. Valorant on Saturday, and then League of Legends on Sunday. We are going to be looking to
Mhm.
put those teams into the NACE Club for the fall. They will be the official ESC titles in the spring. So whereas the fall is going to be Overwatch, Rocket League, and Smash Bros. The spring
Mhm.
is going to be League of Legends and Valorant as sort of the primary games, and hopefully we're going to be seeing some more Street Fighter 6 on stream as
Oh
well,
yeah.
which that team should be getting up and rolling next Monday. Unfortunately, we aren't going to be able to get them much on the main university broadcast. I think you're going to have to look at some of the players themselves are going to look to stream it. So. Um, Very excited to continue our relationship with the CFGC, the Collegiate Fighting Game Conference. They've been phenomenal to work with. Shout out to them as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise, no, it's an exciting time of the year. Fresh slate. We are waiting on players to join the lobby, so I don't really want to kick it to a be right back yet because I got a feeling we could be starting any second.
Oh yeah. No, it's probably within like a minute or two that we're gonna be going, but yeah, definitely can't wait to see this year. And also, I mean, can't wait to see where, like you said, new rosters, new people, kind of like a brand new year for Miami esports. So can't wait to see where it goes.
Yeah. And I mean, also, shout out to some of our folks that are over in Luxembourg this fall.
Mm-hmm.
We had a couple of our production students uh, that we're missing a little bit this fall, but we've got a really good crop of freshmen that are willing to come in, willing to work hard and learn how we do things here. And so, no, I'm very pleased with how things are going so far. But we do want to say hi to all of our folks abroad.
Hi, Luxembourg.
Yeah, as I think that's the only place we've sent people this year. I mean, in the past we've sent
Mm-hmm.
people over to Japan and Korea as well.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the cool benefits of Miami University is that we do have a very nice campus over in
Oh
Luxembourg,
yeah.
and a really exciting. Simon is in Japan, so one of our Valorant
Yeah.
players is over in Japan right now.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, we have about 3 in Luxembourg right now.
3 or 4, which now I feel bad. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we've got four in Luxembourg, and one of them, our one of our Smash Bros players from last year, Semi Stable, is actually preparing for a fighting game tournament in
Mm-hmm.
France. Is it one of the Evos, or am I goofing? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Evo France is coming up, and he's looking to compete, I believe, in Grand Blue, where he's. I'm rooting for him.
Yeah. No, definitely like to see some of our Miami players going off and doing a lot like big tournaments.
Yeah, and so yeah. I mean, in the past we've had this summer. One of our Smash players, Mindelsman,
Mm-hmm.
was over in Japan, and he was able to actually take out the number 9 player on Lumi Rank, I think,
Oh yeah.
in one of the locals over there. Unfortunately, I think he went like 1-2 in that tournament because he got
Ooh.
so nervous after he won that match. All right, okay, we are getting into this match.
Here we
Miami
go.
in the blue, Central Michigan in the orange, and it looks as if Miami's got some possession first, but it is in our half.
Yeah, definitely like to see what happens here. Looks like Central Michigan almost got a really good play off of that, but looks like we got 2 people on defense and we sent it across the court.
Yeah, that was almost a good lob shot there from Swa. Central Michigan set up very aggressively with that rotation in our corner. It looks as though they're going to try again with Trio trying to lob it towards Miami's net, but Swa gets the first touch on it. Uncle Stan going up to see if he can get the contest, but Havix as the third man back is going to have to play some defensive Rocket League here if he's going to. Oh, we have 2 going up for the touch,
Oh, okay.
and nobody's quite getting control of it quite yet. Swa looking to get the dribble going, but it's fruitless so far.
Yeah, definitely looking at how Barreras is actually getting the dribble off now and almost goes for the goal. Thankfully saved by one of our own, but it looks like Havix is going to take the ball up and pass it. And
Yeah, oh, almost. Heisen managed to get a really good demo in that last play, cut off some of the offensive pressure from Central Michigan. It's going to be interesting to see if Miami is going to go for a bit more of a demo-heavy play style, or what, in order to contest this higher-ranked Central Michigan team at the moment. Havix gets a good. Yeah, he's got good placement, good positioning for that, but Uncle Stan is going to dribble it and feed it off to the second man, who's almost going to get a goal, but Heisen with the amazing save at the goal line, keeping Miami alive Swall trying to get the touch forward, but loses the 50-50.
Yeah, that was a crazy save by Heisen there. They almost went for a backboard goal shot, but we'll see what we do here. Looks like Swall's going up and going across the ceiling, see if we can pass it in, but it looks like it was stopped, and Havoc's going up again.
Yeah.
And Havoc's is going to go for the goal, but it's blocked, and Trio is going to get possession of it.
Yeah, Central Michigan looking pretty solid defensively for the most part here. I mean, they are playing pretty aggressively when they are able to get the cycle going in the corner, but Miami has done a good job so far of taking its opportunities to clear the ball forward and try to alleviate some of that pressure. Swall with a good touch in the air, going to put it into the corner, but Uncle Stan is going to be able to respond and look for a dribble of his own. Miami's defense, yeah, Havoc's had pretty good boost there, so it should be possible for Miami to get a counterattack going, but Trio cutting off the pressure there for now.
Yeah, it definitely looked like Trio is going to be one of our problem players here, where they're going to be doing a lot more defense, a lot more protection for goal. Kind of playing as our Havocs in this scenario.
Yeah, Miami, a bit of a miscommunication there a couple of seconds ago, had two of their players bounce into each other, and that's just something that's going to come with experience and communication to prevent situations from that like that from happening. Now Havoc's with full boost, trying to go for it over Trio, almost getting the goal, but the goalpost acting as Central Michigan's MVP there for a second. Heisenberg faking going for the ball, but goes for the demo on Uncle Stan instead. Is rubbing his racing, I think they say.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking really interesting. It does seem like Miami is definitely going for the more demo heavy focus. It almost gets a great shot on the goal there, but just misses it. And it seems that we have who is that?
Swall?
Is that Swamp?
Swall just went up and got that save
Yeah,
there.
Swamp got the save.
Yeah, Havoc's went up to try to get the ball forward, but didn't quite have enough beans in order to get the get the dribble fully going. And Central Michigan was able to rotate back, create this up and down like vertical bounce situation here, and Central Michigan's in a bit of a better offensive position for now. But oh, that's a big shot off of the backboard. Miami's gonna need to figure out a way to get contact and keep some possession of the ball here.
Yeah, and also looking at definitely Miami just got two demos on each other, so definitely doing a lot of demo heavy attacking. But I mean, Bewares and all of them are just keeping control of the ball so much.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. And that's an unlucky save there from yeah, I believe that was Havoc's. He was in the right position at the right time, but the bounce just went off of the wheels and into the goal. Not what you want to see. Miami's got 30 seconds to make up this deficit. They're going to want to try to make something happen off of this kickoff, I think. I mean, if there's a time to be aggressive, it's situations like this. And Central Michigan is going to have to play solid defense for the next minute. But the best defense is a good offense as Central Michigan doubles their lead.
Yeah, this is going to be incredibly hard, if not impossible, for Miami to come back. But I mean, definitely got to try. But great pinch shot off of from Trio there.
Yeah, I believe he just got the flip reset there off of the ball, getting all four of his wheels back on the ball, getting his double jump back in midair, able to redirect the ball in a very fancy way. Not something that you see a whole lot in threes because generally you don't have a lot of space to work with in the 3v3 format as opposed to the 2v2, but it is still something that players of this skill are capable of pulling out when the time is right. And unfortunate for that to happen on the kickoff when Miami was trying to make a comeback. Now Heisen punts the ball forward, trying to get something going, but Bewares is up in the air trying to keep the ball alive so that Central Michigan can add more insult to injury, getting that third goal. Unfortunately, I mean, there is still one more kickoff to go. I mean, if they had timed it slightly better, I think they would have just killed the game right there. But I mean, it's basically dead.
Yeah, it's dead at this point. We have 1 second.
Yeah, and it's there. Yeah, so Central Michigan takes game one. I believe this is a best of 5, so it's going to require 3 wins total in order for us to have a series decider there. But Miami was playing solidly, I would say, very aggressively with the demos, doing some good damage with those. I think there was that one play where they managed to get 2 demos in a
Yeah,
row.
they got 2 demos in a row. I think I got about 7 demos in that game, and like very high demo rate. But I mean, MU or CMU really just able to keep control of the ball no matter how many demos we had.
Yeah, and I mean CMU's aerial ability there, I think, was one of the deciding factors there. I mean, obviously, getting a flip reset in a game like this is always difficult, and CMU was able to do it, uh, and punish us being out of position on the kickoff. Now, hopefully, Miami can figure out a way to get their offense going in game two,
Hmm.
capitalize off of these demos a little bit more, and just sort of, I want to see them continue to play the rock and sock and style of play of playing for these demos.
Oh yeah.
But you also need to be able to capitalize off of the offense too.
Oh, exactly. And also, when you have two players down, you need to make sure you're playing, making big plays, going for goals, going for uh, double taps, going for everything, where you can just really get as many points as possible. Because if they don't have a defense, they don't have any protection against it.
Yeah. And I mean, I think one of the things that I have seen this roster do very well in the limited time that I've gotten to see them play together, obviously, this is week one of competition. But when I was watching them 2 weeks ago, they were doing a very good job of playing assist heavy Rocket League, of centering the ball effectively off of corner plays. And obviously, like, this is what Central Michigan is trying to do on their end right now, is set up a cycle in the corner, and contain the ball if it gets sent out to their zone. But Miami has not really been able to get a cycle of their own going so far. Heisen going up, trying to get a touch to put the ball forward, but Central Michigan is they're just on the ball.
Yeah, Central Michigan really keeping great aerials and keeping just on the ball so hard. And it looks like they were going
Woo!
for a nice little off the ceiling tap, but seems like we were able to stop them right there. And Heisen with a great save going for a goal, but it looks
Oh,
like it's going to get dribbled in.
ooh, great save there by Swa. I mean, some very fortunate plays here for Miami, getting jostling some of the Central Michigan players as they're going up for aerials, as they're going for shots. I definitely think the save from Heisen, that might be something that Central Michigan can keep in the back of their mind if another situation like that arises, that they could just fake that. That Heisen bit on the shot really, really hard, and it paid off that time. But that's conditioning right there. The next time that they are in a situation like that, you just do something different, and you know what to expect from the defense.
Yeah, I mean, Heisen, yeah, like you said, he's really just going in for aerials, and because of that, he was not able to get back to the goal before Guerreros was able to score there. So, I mean, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, Swa caught a little bit out of position there. Maybe something where you want to see your second man coming back, but I think he was going for the corner boost and just wasn't able to get back there in time. A small lapse in Miami's defense and in their rotational play means that Central Michigan is able to take a 1-0 lead here in game two. These touches are pretty crazy.
Oh yeah. No, but being able to just dribble it in the air is just incredible for Central Michigan to be doing. But it looks like Swa is definitely staying back more now, and really just staying close to the goal, staying close to the ball, making sure that nothing gets past him.
Yeah. Oh, Trio getting a big demo there on Heisenberg. Uh, Heisen is going to be looking to tell his team where he's going to be spawning so that they know where to cover it. But it looks like Central Michigan is, I don't know, it seems like they're goofing around a little bit. It seems like they're trying to play for flashy plays, trying to play assist-heavy Rocket League. But no, they're reading exactly where Miami is placing the ball, getting to it before it gets there, and trying to set each other up. They're just not capitalizing as much as maybe they could be if they were on the edge. It doesn't seem like they're trying 100% of them.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. I mean, good shot there by Central Michigan. Havix is going to have to play that very carefully on the defense as Central Michigan gets a really good pass. Swall coming across the goal line, able to clear it into the corner. Very good positioning and able to take out the third man there in Trio, meaning that for a second, Miami might be able to find some priority, but Havix has gone up with no boost, and Heisenberg misses the ball with full boost, just unable to capitalize on what should be a fairly standard play from what I understand. It happens. Rocket League is very tough.
Oh, it really is. And Trio's just being in the right place, right time in Central Michigan. I mean, they're right next to the goal, always having great passes from teammates. I mean, it's incredible to watch, but it kind of
Woo!
sucks.
I mean, that was a really close opportunity there from Swa with the air dribble. Just barely hits the top crossbar. And now Miami looks like they're trying to take the game to the air. And, ooh, great little air dribble there from Swa. But Central Michigan is able to read it. They respect it. And now they're counterattacking with some offense of their own.
Ooh, and the Warriors gets a great goal there. Really, just placement is all key. They're really just taking the air. They're taking placement. They're having passes going incredible. And you can see there that I believe it was Trio was also going from the cross, getting ready to pick up the slack, even if it didn't go in.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be ready. You got to be in the right position to pick up the rebounds. And just really unfortunate that I believe it was Swa had the touch on the ball
Mhm.
in that position, but just wasn't able to get enough force on his rotation to actually push the ball away from where he was going. And Miami is going to get their
Yep.
first goal of the night. They are currently down 3-1, a pretty big deficit to come back from in that last minute. But if you can get a quick kickoff goal, suddenly that's a 1 goal deficit. Suddenly it's a playable game. So love to see signs of life there from Miami. We're not going to go down scoreless tonight.
So,
As Havix goes for this kickoff, and Central Michigan threw 2 players at it. Ooh, that's a great shot there, but Trio gets up and is able to deflect it in time. Swad doesn't find the angle for the shot on the second chance, and Miami's offense is falling apart a little bit, and they sent all the house down. Central Michigan able to score off of that defensive lapse.
yeah, I mean, Miami definitely just has to go for the more offensive here, but going all offense, definitely going to clear up shots for the goal, clear up more shots for Central Michigan to take at. So they really just need to keep the ball on their end and hope that like they get a nice shot in. But
Yeah, I mean, even little situations like that. I mean, oh my God, he's going for the flip resets again. Yeah, I mean, they're just doing tricks on it. I don't, I don't know what else to say at this point. It's a bit of a rough one for Miami here, but I think this is going to be a very good learning opportunity, and hopefully they can keep their mental strong and really work on focus on the fundamentals that they need to come back in matches like that. And that was one of those centering plays that I was talking about. That was a really good opportunity there from Miami of getting the ball up in the corner, getting some velocity to the trailing second man. But unfortunately, they were just not able to capitalize at this point in time. Miami has seen some of the distance they're going to have to make up over the course of this semester if they're going to want to hang out in this league. But it is what it is. It's it's going to be a season.
yeah, it's definitely going to be a season. But I mean, honestly, there's definitely some connection there, especially with a brand new roster. I'd love to see where they go, where they're able to communicate a little better, have plays that they're going to be able to figure out. And I mean, yeah, I feel like there's definitely something there. It just needs to be built up a little bit.
Oh, for sure. And no, I mean, I have complete faith that the Miami squad is going to get there as time goes on. It's just going to take time. It's going to take communication and it's going to take work.
Hmm.
And I mean, I think going against one of the power ranked third teams right at the beginning of the season is a bit rough.
Yeah.
But I think one of the first match that they played together in tryouts, they like randomly queued into ranked, and they ended up playing against Xavier University squad,
Oh, okay.
and they were able to win that one. Pretty, I mean, it was close, but it was good. It was a good match.
Hmm.
So it's the potential is there. They they can get results in collegiate. I'm not I'm not hating. I'm not doubting. It's just
Hmm.
it's going to take time, and I think starting off the season with matches like this, uh, I need to check when in the schedule Ball State and Akron are going to be because those are going to be the real tests.
Hmm.
We have seen Rocket League rosters in this conference play against Ball State once and then decide they don't want to play the rest of the season.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be really
Yeah, not a
interesting
Miami
to
roster, but like we've seen rosters do that.
Mhm. Yeah, it's really going to be interesting to see. I mean, again, CMU's third. Miami was power ranked about eighth this year,
Mhm.
so definitely like a 5 point difference. But
Yeah, and Heisen going up for a big aerial there. Central Michigan sent up the double commit and were able to actually knock the ball down, but we're gonna have to see if they've overcommitted here. But Trio getting some momentum off the backboard, looking to put something together. But I mean, Miami's starting to get a cycle going. Swaz, the third man back, went and picked up the big boost from Miami's side of the map. But it's going to be up to him to see if he can come and cut off this offense before it happens from Central Michigan.
I mean, a lot of aerial plays honestly going on, and we have a demolition in the field, but it looks like definitely. I mean, with our second man back and Swaz staying back, it's going to be definitely a great game. And
Woo!
ooh, we almost have Heisenberg going up for it, I think.
Yeah, Heisen still looking to be a nuisance up front, almost knocks down Bewares in his aerial dribble, but doesn't quite do it. Still able to disrupt the play altogether, but we're still losing some of these 50-50s at the moment. And I mean, with the 50-50, a lot of it is luck, but a lot of it is just experience and positioning on the car, and just the really small fine-tuned control things that you have to learn with this game eventually if you're going to compete at this level. And it's, once again, this game's so hard.
Oh, it really is. I tried to get into it, and I'm like, okay, there's a lot of angles. There's a lot of, especially going for pitches, which honestly, I'm surprised I'm not seeing as many pitches for how many aerials they have. But they're doing a lot of wall pitches, which is interesting. And Trio gets the score on Miami. I mean,
yeah, there's a good attempt by Heisen playing up on the backboard to try to knock the ball down, but unfortunately Trio was waiting and Havix was just not quite at the right timing to block off the ball from the goal line itself. So Miami here at a 1-goal deficit so far in game 3 of this best of 5, looking to try to make this up, trying to see if we can get some signs of life here. Heisen going up, gets a big touch, but it's going to be met by Uncle Stan, who's going to knock the ball down to his teammate there in Bewares. He's going to go up again. Swal luckily able to get the touch up in front of the goal line and put it into the corner, which is something I do like to see. I never like to see a ball cleared like directly in front of the goal line, but you know, it happens.
yeah, definitely watching Trio. Trio gets a demo, and it looks like Uncle Stan is going to be picking up the slack there for him. But Bewares is also playing in the air, going up against Havix there, and Heisen almost went for a goal there, and we'll see. Ooh.
Yeah, no, I mean, we're seeing some really good volleys here this point. And actually, Miami's going to be able to get a nice little lob shot there from Heibenberg from basically across the map there. Nice little pinch there off of Trio. Just Karam is right into the corner of the net. And, you know, it's a tie game now.
Yeah, tie game. Great, great to see. We have about 2 minutes, 17 seconds left. Going up against the header, and goes on a little bit of Central Michigan side, but it looks like we're going to have Miami send it back up.
Yeah. Oh, Heisen goes up, gets the knockdown over to Trio, and Havix is going to look to start up some offense here for Miami. Has a little bit of boost to work with, is able to try to work it towards the goal line, but Central Michigan's always got 2 players ready, one high and one low, to try to knock off any of these centering plays that Miami's trying to put together. I am liking that Miami's going for it, and that's another one. Miami's got their first lead of the night as Heisen's able to really just Trio passed it right to him, and Uncle Stan unable to position himself correctly to deflect the ball as it just rolls on in.
Yeah, I mean, Heisen's definitely starting to see it where they're kind of, all 3 of them are going up one edge and just kind of leaving that middle area open. So if he can take a real quick shot at that, I mean, it's going to be hopefully an open spot.
Yeah, I mean, certainly some mistakes from Central Michigan leading to Miami having this lead currently, but also maybe we're looking at some of the nerves for Miami starting to shake off as, oh my goodness, oh, that's a great save there from Heisen as he just floats along the goal line. Central Michigan is not taking this lightly now as they're trying to correct what they believe to be a scoreline mistake, but we're going to have to see how effective Miami's defense is here, see if they can play an effective 1-minute drill and keep Central Michigan's offense neutered, but it's going to be tough.
Yeah, it's really going to be tough. And keeping it on the other side is really going to help. And we have 1 minute left here, and we'll see what Miami does. Keeping it on their side, keeping pressure strong, making them play defense instead of offense. And Heisen almost going for a great shot there.
Almost a great rotation there from Havix, but Uncle Stan playing interference is able to get the demo onto Havix on the back end as this 1-2 play from Trio, and Uncle Stan is going to tie it up for Central Michigan. just unlucky timing and good teamwork there from the side of Central Michigan.
Yeah, and I mean it's such a volatile game because we're 2-2 now. It's going from one side to the other. I mean, it's really going to be anyone's game here.
Yeah. Oh, and Miami almost getting a good drop down shot there from the ceiling, but Central Michigan reads it effectively, and they're able to do. They try to cross it for a 1-2 shot, still getting it floating up front as the third man comes through. Central Michigan did send the full house. If Miami can get a good touch and a good lob on this, the Central Michigan goal is open, but they have not lost possession yet, as Central Michigan is able to play really well in these like I almost want to call it like a crusty corner. I don't know. It's like just grindy Rocket League.
It really is. And I mean, Central Michigan is just reading the ball so well, reading where it's going to go, where it's going to land, and also meeting it in the air.
Oh my goodness! Unable to kill the ball before overtime starts, and Central Michigan is going to claim the series right there. That was so close to going to overtime, but unfortunately, Heisen was unable to get the touch, and the assist off of the backboard is going to end this series with the final game 3-2 in the favor of Central Michigan. Michigan taking this 3-0 and going 1-0 on the season.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that last game that we saw, really good. Really starting to see Miami coming out. Like you said, their nerves were starting to shake off. It looked like they were definitely starting to get into the groove of things, get into the playing. Having a lead at the point where it was 2-1, incredible.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how the squad is going to look going into this match against University of Toledo, coming up next at 8. So, in about half an hour. So they've got a little bit of time to warm up or cool down, whichever they choose to do. Um, but yeah, I think they were definitely looking a lot better in that game 3. There were not as many miscommunications. They were a lot more willing to go for those aerial plays, some more of
Mhm.
those confidence plays, and that's what I want to see. I think that's a step in the right direction. And obviously, Miami's lead there, I think, came off of capitalizing on some of Central Michigan's mistakes.
Mhm.
But still, I mean, half of the game is putting yourself in a position where you can and like capitalizing on those mistakes. So we will be back in about half an hour with a little bit more Rocket League as we play another best of 5 against University of Toledo. But until then, don't go anywhere. We will be back soon. Hello and welcome back to some Rocket League action. I'm James Reach 42 Davis,
And I'm Jacob Chewy Gundrum.
and we are back for another series of Rocket League tonight against University of Toledo, this time in the CCS. Now, Miami did unfortunately just take a loss against Central Michigan,
Hmm.
but it looked like the Miami roster was starting to gel a little bit better as the series went on. And I believe that they've been playing some games basically for the past half an hour to warm
Hmm.
up a little bit more for this series. So hopefully we get to see the fruit of that pay off here in this next series.
Yeah, and I mean, going back to that first game with CMU, they were really starting to meld together, kind of get in each other's minds and started reading what each other were thinking in that last game. Very close last game, where Miami actually had a 2-1 lead at one point, but couldn't keep the lead sadly. But I mean, I'd like to see what they do in this game.
Yeah, so this is actually going to be the second game in the CCS that Miami's actually gotten to play so far. We do have a record of 2-1, but we've only actually been able to play one game against Central Michigan earlier in the week, which was unfortunately a loss for the Miami squad, which we just got a rerun of about half an hour ago. But we get to see the University of Toledo squad, which is not in the ESC this year. So we're going to be able to still see them, even though they are traditionally a MAC school and have traditionally been a part of the ESC conference. But this year they have opted not to. Uh, but it's still a very cool opportunity that alternate leagues like the CCS still give us the opportunity to see interconference play like this. And I'm very interested to see what the University of Toledo lineup looks like this year.
Hmm. And correct me if I'm wrong, but we also get to play UMass in the CCS too, so that's going to be a really fun game too to watch.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be a very exciting opportunity. I have not gotten to see too much of what UMass's esports offerings look like so far. I have heard that there are talks about them potentially joining the ESC at some point, but I don't know anything too much about that, given that the league is affiliated with the MAC and UMass is joining in.
Hmm.
Would be very excited to have them to be a part of that league. But we won't know till we know. And I think opportunities like this to play in a league like CCS, which is a little lower stakes but still very competitive, would be very very nice. And we're gonna have to see how this series goes and how this overall campaign goes. I believe it's the top six in the conference for CCS move forward to the playoffs for
Hmm.
the whole conference. Uh, it'll be very tough for Miami to get there with the addition of teams like U Toledo and I mean we'll see. I mean we'll see how it tonight goes,
Yeah.
but it's still a very tough cutoff with teams like Akron and Ball State in the conference. That's a really really high bar to set in collegiate rocket league in general, and it's going to be the job of Miami over the course of this season to try to work towards meeting that bar. And I mean it's going to take work, it's going to take dedication, it's going to take communication. But I believe that this Miami roster is up to the task of working together and gelling as a team as this year goes on.
Yeah, and I mean, considering that what we have two of them being freshmen, and then um, kind of a new player coming back in, it's definitely going to be one of those teams where it's like we really get to see them for hopefully a couple of years and see how they do. But it's definitely going to be a really fun match to watch. I want to see if they're going to be melding a little bit better, but it sounds like we're going to be heading into our lobby now.
So
Uh,
yeah, that's exciting. Hopefully, it doesn't take too long for us to get it all set up. But yeah, I mean, I think that there's a lot of really good potential on this team. And yeah, no, I mean, freshmen coming in, uh, just being on campus and having the opportunity to play in an organized setting, having organized practice sessions and spaces that you can go into to practice, that's very goal focused, can be very, very beneficial for young players. Now, here we go. We've got Miami in the blue, U Toledo. Oh no, I believe the colors are actually swapped. Miami's going to be in the orange. U Toledo is in the blue. We have not gotten that corrected yet on the stream yet, but just know for the viewers at home, I believe this is a best of 5 total, and Miami gets the first demo there onto Skies.
Yeah, and keeping it definitely on the Toledo side, Miami's definitely making really good plays, trying to set up some center shots, but it looks like Swa's going to be coming off of defense in this case and kind of taking some more middle shots, getting ready for a lineup, but it looks like Skies is going to take control of that and kind of do a pincher with their teammate for the
Ooh.
shot.
Yeah, really good organized play there from the side of Toledo, creating a shot basically out of nothing. I liked Miami's rotation there, but unfortunately, Swall lurking in the back end of the pitch was not able to get an accurate shot on net. And U Toledo was looking to capitalize pretty well, but Swall gets the first goal of the series with a really creepy goal score thing there. I don't know why I said it like that,
Yeah.
but it's fine. But no, really good demo there from Havix, setting up Swall for the goal.
Yeah.
Well played all around.
Yeah, I mean, Havoc's really getting, like you said, that demo really just opened up that goal, and Toledo, Skies wasn't able to save that goal due to it, but
Oh, another great shot there from Heisen. Oh, it's up for Swa to potentially take advantage of, but unfortunately, no. He has to use his boost to reposition and get ready on the back end of the defense. Heisen going up, fakes the shot, and Havix puts it up where Utoledo can maybe look to combine here on offense.
also Toledo doing a lot of pinch shots, it looks like. They're using either the ground or their other teammates or anything like that to just try to get a few shots off, but I mean, honestly, definitely a lot different playing than last game. It looks like Miami is still doing some of the demos, but definitely doing a lot more of a aggressive approach, keeping it on Toledo's end and not their end.
Yeah, no, I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Miami's offense so far. Really good aerial from Swa here, but unfortunately, Skies is able to cut it off before any other member of Miami can be a second man and play off of that. And Miami tries to clear the ball directly in front of the goal mouth, and Utoledo is not quite able to capitalize on that. Miami retaining their lead for now, sort of parking the bus in front of the goal. But it looks like maybe we're going to be able to get some offense going here soon. But no, Utoledo's doing a good job of connecting in the air, getting some passes off, and playing together as a unit.
And also just watching U Toledo doing great ball handling and doing some shots at the goal. A double touch, and it seems they got that. Saucy Scythe with the score. Really good setup by Skies, also doing a what seems to be like a double tap for Scythe to take in and go in there. But
Yeah, just a little bit of miscommunication there on Miami's defense. Heisen is not quite able to get across the goal mouth fast enough to cut off that shot. But they had thought that interaction was going to be slightly different than it was. Misread the play a little bit, and U Toledo is able to tie up the score line here. Big demo there onto Heisen, who was the last man in goal. But unfortunately, there's no member of U Toledo available to pick up the rebound, and Miami's able to get a little bit of offense going here, it looks like.
yeah, just watching how U Toledo is kind of responding and how Miami's actually using highs now, but Scythe gets another shot on the goal and makes it in. Sky is definitely doing a lot of good work with just passing it over to Scythe, and Scythe being kind of like the finisher on them. But
Yeah,
it'll be interesting.
really good two-time play there from Toledo, playing off of the pass, playing for the assist, And unfortunately, even though we had a player in the goal net ready to deflect the shot, Miami goes down in this match, and Utoledo is setting up for even more, trying to set up a cycle here in the corner.
Mhm. Yeah, just watching Utoledo trying to set up all of their different shots, it's really going to be interesting to see how many of these they're going to be able to follow before Miami kind of starts to get a type of area. But they get them just dribble it in here. It looks like Hyden was not able to get back there in time, so Saucy Scythe was just able to just kind of dribble it in, and not a lot of.
Yeah, but Swallow was able to steal the side full boost there, but unfortunately didn't respect the possibility of the dribble and tried to play more towards the center of the net, trying to cut off the assist for Utoledo, but didn't pay attention to the main scoring threat in that situation. And Utoledo is able to spread that lead even further, going up 3-1. And now Miami's playing up in the air, trying to create some awkward situations here for Utoledo. But unfortunately, they double committed on the shot, and neither player was able to get a shot on target.
Mhm. I mean, honestly, just watching Pallets doing a lot of great goal work for U Toledo, just kind of watching the ball, watching the shots. But Miami is still keeping a lot of pressure on them, almost like only keeping it on Toledo's side. But it's kind of like when Toledo gets it on Miami's side, Miami definitely needs to do some interesting shots. But it looks
Ooh,
like Swa
there
is
we
going to take
go.
it for the goal and dribble it in. Great shot by Swa, great reads.
Yeah, great, phenomenal read from Swall there on the just, he had full boost, he had full control of the ball, and he had the ability to take it from one end to the other there. Great individual play there from Swall. Puts Miami in striking distance here in the last minute of this first game of this best of five.
Kind of like to see how Miami, unlike last game where Swa was actually playing more defense, Swa is definitely going offensive here, and it's working out a lot better, it seems.
Yeah, I mean, obviously in Rocket League, your roles are going to be fluid depending on what the needs of an individual moment could be. But Swa is really stepping up to the task here in Game One, finding these offensive moments of brilliance, and Miami going up, trying to play some solid defense here, trying to make sure they don't go further in goal debt. But unfortunately, Pallets drops the ball from the top rope, and it just bounces right into Miami's goal.
Mhm. Honestly, that's where Toledo is doing the best, is when they're just able to get it right above the goal, or even on the goal wall side. They're able to just kind of pass it over and have someone there to always finish it off.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see how Miami adapts over the course of this series, as this one is probably a little bit out of striking distance, but a lot of good individual plays from Miami here so far make it seem as if the series isn't completely out of reach for them. It's just this first game ended up being a bit rougher than they would want it to be. They're gonna have to tighten up a couple of things here going into game two, but that's gonna be game one. Toledo, well, I mean, unless oh my goodness, U Toledo finding one more
Ooh.
in extra moments there, taking it up to 5-2. Okay, I mean, that's well played if you can get it, and they got
Mhm.
it. So, yeah, Toledo's going to go up 1-0 in this best of five series. We're going to have to see how Miami's going to be able to adapt going forward. Once again, really good individual plays out of Swa there.
Oh, yeah.
Um, I'd like to see Hyben tighten it up a little bit more going into the second game. Obviously, he was a huge factor in the first series the night that we played tonight against Central Michigan, but it just looked like maybe he hadn't adapted to University of Toledo's play style quite yet.
Yeah, and also with U Toledo, I mean, they're doing a lot of great double plays between Scythe and not Pallets, but I
Hmm.
already forget. But both of their players doing a lot of really good plays between each other, whereas Miami's kind of doing one man shots. So definitely like to see Miami do a few more team ups there. But I mean, honestly, looking like a pretty close game, really pretty close match that we're going to see out of tonight.
Yeah, and I mean, I think, obviously, U Toledo's passing ability is really, really good. Miami might struggle a little bit to match up with that. I mean, I think playing for more demos, playing for more bumps is going to be very helpful in disrupting some of those plays. And just trying to remain solid on the rotations defensively. I think there were definitely two goals there that were kind of miscommunications on them.
Hmm.
Actually, probably three that were defensive miscommunications for Miami. Um, and just people not having the boost that they needed at the time that they needed, or just being too greedy to go get boost and then being out of position at the right time. So it's just these things are learnable. It's going to take a little bit of time to adapt to that, and we weren't able to get in game one, but here we go into game two. And it's already in Miami's end as Saucy Scythe puts it up in the mid, but no member of U Toledo was following. Pallets going up with a full boost bar, dropping the ball in, but Havoc's went up to deflect it in midair. And now Miami's going to try to get something going. Heisen playing back, trying to make sure that U Toledo doesn't find an easy goal. But unfortunately, Miami's not able to clear the ball out quite yet.
Yeah, and I mean, just watching both of them, and Pallets gets the score on Miami. Looked like two of Miami players were there, but just couldn't quite stop the ball from going in. Swa and actually all three of Miami's players were there, but Swa was definitely right next to it, but just couldn't close the gap close enough.
Yeah, it looked like Swa's positioning made him more able to bump the player than he was able to bump the ball, and the momentum was already there on the ball, so it glided right in. So yeah, Miami starting this second game at a deficit and already on the back end defensively. Pallets stealing Miami's back left boost, going to make it more difficult for Miami to get up in the air, to stop plays like that from happening. So we're seeing really good boost control here from the side of U Toledo, starving Miami of the resources that they need to get the mobility that they need to stay in this match. And Miami's going to have to make some adjustments.
And also just watching how U Toledo is playing, they're kind of just stopping the ball at one point above the goal and just having a person just kind of knock it in, just slight little tap, not a lot, just having real like fine adjustments. But that's where Miami's really starting to fall off because they're going fast, they're getting ready to go, and again, it's like that. Saucy Sight's going for like this small little tap into the goal, but Miami's starting to realize that that's how they're playing. They've got two guys there, able to stop it. But
yeah, I mean, shout out. I think that's Team Evo on the tag for Pallets there. One of our students was heavily involved with Team Evo, so nice to see the representation there. But no, like U Toledo's air control has been formidable during this second match, especially. They're doing a lot of micro adjustments in the air. They're putting their cart exactly where they need it to be to make the air dribbles that they need. And Miami's not quite able to disrupt it. That seemed like an accidental demo to me.
yeah.
But yeah, just everything is kind of going U Toledo's way.
Yeah, and U Toledo, I mean, they're doing a lot of fake shots where it's like right above the goal or right next to the goal, but they're just having one of their players get in there right if Miami can't get their player to stop the ball and really knock it out to the other end. If it's not staying on the other end when it's going across the goal, they get it. And Evo Pallets gets a score. And it's stuff like that where, again, Miami just needs to have their players get across a little farther because it looks like Heisen was going for it, but just didn't have enough time.
Yeah, I mean, U Toledo with a really effective link-up play there. One player playing on the dribble, one player playing second man, able to get an aerial, good communication to put himself where he needed to be to knock the ball in. And unfortunately, Heisen got put in the sidecar a little bit, only got to watch as the ball got shot into the net. And Miami with good pressure here off of the backboard could create a decent opportunity, but U Toledo's staying defensively rigorous and preventing Miami from getting any really good scoring opportunities so far this match.
Yeah, and just having U Toledo, I mean, they're definitely more of a center player. Also, like, they'll all go on one side, then all go center. It's like two center, one side. The guy on the side sends the ball over to the center, and then they got two people who can easily knock it in if they don't get it in already.
I mean, that was a good job there from Miami, making that player awkward, getting the little bump in. But unfortunately, Miami still seems pretty boost starved here, so they're not able to get up in the air to meet Skies up there. Pallets getting demoed, though, does prevent Toledo from getting the pass off. So once again, good physical play here from Miami, and almost an opportunity there to make something happen. That's a pretty good shot, but Skies off of the backboard is able to bounce the way he needs to off of the wall and deflects the ball out, and U Toledo has offensive momentum here.
And Saucy Side's going for what looked like a pitcher strike, but definitely kind of going back around, and it's hovering in Miami's goal, and they barely get it out. Oh, that was close for Miami. And
Yeah, I mean that was just a great goal line save there from Miami. There, the awareness to get back into the net and push the ball away from the goal is a very tough thing to do in this game. Now Havoc's with a pretty good dribble start there, unfortunately is cut off. I think he was trying to fake him out with a fake dribble, but Saucy Scythe playing the air game is able to drop the ball in, and that's 4-0 Toledo in this game 2 of a best-of-5 series.
yeah, but also just watching there where you have Saucy Sight is just on the side and having both of the other Toledo players going in for the middle to pick up the slack if it doesn't go in or if one of Miami's players is able to stop it. That's where Miami is having their struggling there.
Yeah, I mean it's a very aggressive play, but I do think that the second and third man play here from the side of U Toledo is still staying responsible enough to keep its boost, so that they can get back in case Miami does find an offensive opportunity. But it's just the game is all U Toledo at the moment. Big bump there on the goalkeeper, almost sets up the pass play there. But Miami's going to have a bit of a tempo opportunity here to see if they can salvage just one goal here in the last 5 seconds. But unless Heisen can get a really good touch here, I'm just not seeing it. And I guess the only thing that remains to be seen is whether or not Toledo can find another opportunity to link up. But Havocs tries to kill it. Saucy Scythe keeps it alive off of the sidewall, dribbling it towards the goal. Swa with the big save. But U Toledo is still contesting this. They don't want the game to end yet. And there was a connection error. Toledo wins that game. Hopefully we can get back into lobby here soon to see how we can finish out the series. But that was a bit of a rough one there.
Yeah, that was a little rough. Miami had some great shots, had some great lineups, but just couldn't close anything out, it looked like. Whereas Toledo just having great communication, having great placement for the ball. Again, having those little tiny increments where they're just having the ball stop right in front of the goal and they can just tap it in and not really have any issues with it.
Yeah. And so, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the status of us getting back into the lobby is. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to say exactly what Miami can do. Toledo is playing aggressively, putting three men up, which should present opportunities for you to play the long ball and try to get some cheeky goals that way. But once again, Toledo is just playing solid Rocket League on both ends of the ball right now.
Yeah, then also just keeping their boost, following the boost. I mean, even if we are able to get a long ball, they're already going back and trying to go for it.
Yeah, and I mean, oh, that's a big shot there from Havocs, and Miami takes a 1-0 lead here in Game 3. Now, that's one of the mistakes that, we were able to capitalize as Skies just didn't get the correct touch off of the wall. Two Miami players went up to try to contest and found the right angle on the shot.
Yeah, I mean, a great angle again, and Swallow also kind of looking like a little bit of two-forward momentum, kind of reading the ball and seeing if it was going to go across. But already Toledo keeping good pressure on Miami, and Miami's able to get it back on the contested. But Fight was going for the shot there, and looks like one of Miami's players was able to barely block it and get it out of the way.
Yeah, I like this angle that Heisen is taking with the aerials a little bit more than I think it was Havocs just tried to do an aerial where it was a bit of a shallow angle. Toledo was able to contest it pretty effectively, but playing up a little higher, it's a bit more difficult sometimes to predict where exactly the second touch in the air is going to come. And so Miami able to get a little bit of offense going there, not able to capitalize quite yet. That's a big pinch there off of the wall to try to give University of Toledo the opportunity to get the first touch, get the momentum back in their favor, but Miami might be able to set up a cycle. We'll see.
Yeah, and just watching all of these pinches and passes back to each other, really incredible. But watching Hallett's almost going for the goal there, Miami was able to get back there, but Stwal looking like it was going to go past them. There's a cross. Thankfully, we have one of Miami's Havocs to block that off.
Yeah, I think that shot might have actually been good to go in if the University of Toledo player hadn't made the good read on the aerial. So really, really good awareness there from Toledo to cut off those opportunities. And I mean, a good opportunity, like a good shot opportunity there from Havocs. You want to give him his flowers there on that. Uh, and now Miami is a bit stuck in their own end as well. They do have some boost to try to work themselves out of this hole, but the ball is being, you know, it's that over the top bar area that's so scary for us with these slow, methodical aerial plays.
Yeah, and then watching Swa was able to pass it back off to the end, but Swa wasn't able to jump up high enough as Pallets went for the score.
Yeah, I mean, going from stationary in the goal mouth to blocking that shot specifically is very challenging.
Mhm.
But it is something where maybe you'd want to see your third man maybe coming across the goal line to try to get a little bit more momentum going into it. Because at the goal line you're going to be able to more effectively block off ground shots, but it's that the top end of the net you're going to have some difficulty with.
Mhm.
But unfortunately, not enough boost for the second player coming in there, and just not enough momentum for the player who had the boost.
Oh, and
All right. Oh, Miami going to try to play a 1-2 here to try to keep the ball out of their net. Skies with a really cheeky drop shot angle. Unfortunately, not going to get anything going for him. And U Toledo's got three men behind the ball, and they've got momentum heading into Miami's corner.
yeah, and just watching how they're passing into the middle and getting a very well set up. Having Sky score there, I mean, all three of them really got it into a great scenario where it went from Pallets to Saucy Sight to Skies to finish it off. I mean, that's where Miami just has to kind of read and watch where it goes. But
Yeah.
definitely Miami watching, keeping it in their area. And Sky's going to go for a nice
Woohoo!
shot, but it looks like it was stopped by Highs.
Yeah, really good defensive there. I really actually liked Swa's defensive positioning there on top of the back wall and the backboard, but unfortunately he was not able to get down fast enough to cut off the top angle shot. It didn't look from my side like it was actually going to go in, but fortunately for Toledo, I guess it did. And now Toledo's got a really good shot opportunity there from Saucy Scythe. Heisen with a really, really good save. And the 1-2 on the way back drops it towards the net, but Skies' turn to deflect the shot there.
Yeah, and then also just watching Skies and Swan. Pallet's going to go for the
Ooh,
shot.
ooh. And a
Uh,
really good second shot opportunity there, too.
yeah, I mean, just watching how it's going. I mean, Saw is really going for watching the crossbar, watching the backboard, watching all of the areas by the goal, and making sure that it's just they're just stopping it.
Okay, really good rebound opportunity there, but unfortunately, Swa not able to get the right touch on the third ask of that shot. That could have been it. That could have been tied game, but unfortunately, U Toledo is able to capitalize off of the overcommitment by Miami's players and make it a 3-1 lead here in Game 3 of this best of 5. If Miami cannot figure out a solution in the next 30 seconds, this series is just about over.
And also just watching how all of their defense is going. Notice there, none of their defense was really on the wall. They were all on the ground. Besides, it looked like Tyson was the only one going up, but they were going up against the player, not the ball, so they wouldn't have been able to stop it anyways.
I mean, it's a very tricky thing. I mean, it's good to disrupt the player when they're going for retouches, when they're going for resets. But at the end of the day, the goal is to get the keep the ball out of your net and put it in your opponent's net. So, I mean, that's
It's the name of the
yeah,
game.
right. Oh, and a great opportunity there from Miami. Unfortunately, uh, I mean, I think that's the set play that you want if you're Miami there. You get the demo, you get the shot off, but unfortunately, there was still one player back there for U Toledo to block off the goal mouth. U Toledo is able to preserve their lead here in Game 3 and takes the series 3-1. Miami goes to a 2-2 record. Toledo surges to 3-1, looking very, very solid on the Toledo side.
Mhm.
Very excited to see how their season goes. I mean, very excited to see our season goes as well, but I was very impressed by U Toledo's play in that game.
Yeah, U Toledo just had so many great reads, so many great communication points where they were able to just kind of get the ball set up. And there was a point where all three of them were able to just have small little touches on the ball and then able to just set it up perfectly for Skies to hit it in. Uh, but Miami was also kind of following up with their own plays of their sorts and having really good pressure on U Toledo. Just U Toledo maybe had a little better boost. What's the word?
Boost control,
Boost
or
control,
yeah,
yeah. Kind of reserving it back and making sure that they could also get back to the goal.
Yeah, and I mean, just really good rotations there from you, Toledo, throughout. Really good teamwork. Um, we're gonna, hope to see some better results here for Miami, but obviously this is a year for learning and growing for this roster. Very excited to see where they can end up getting, where they can get, because there were some very very exciting solo plays throughout that series, and I think once they can really get their teamwork and their chemistry going, we're going to see some really phenomenal stuff out of this roster. But that's going to be it for us tonight. We are going to be back for another match tomorrow night. It's going to be Overwatch against, I believe, Bowling Green State University, to see if Miami's Overwatch team can go 2-0 in ESC play. Very excited to bring that to you. Uh, if you are interested in learning more about Miami's esports program, you can go find us on Twitter at or X at x.com RedHawksGG. You can also find us on Instagram at RedHawksGG. Unfortunately, our website kind of went down, so we are currently working on getting our varsity information back up on the university's website here in the next couple of weeks. But if you have any questions, if you want to reach out to us, you can email us too at esports@miamioh.edu. I have been James Reach 42 Davis,
And I'm Jacob Chiwagunjum.
and we will catch you next time. Tune in tomorrow for more esports action here at twitch.tv/Miami University. Have a good night.